Good day everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to Le'Rez Studios. My name is Suzana Dancks, and this is like the first time I've ever introduced myself. I usually just go on with what I'm doing because most people know who I am. Most people in the resin world. So I know it's been so long. I just thought I'd have a little chat while I'm mixing. And these things that you can see here are just CDs, old CDs, actually they're DVDs, that I've already painted with resin, but I don't have any use for them. Well, I was going to make little clocks and give them to people for prezzies, but I decided to do something else with them, and it's my granddaughter Charlie's birthday coming up soon, so I wanted to do like a little mobile shimmery, shiny, glittery kind of thing for her. So that's what I'm doing right now, just mixing some resin in a real hurry. There's a big mess in the studio because I'm moving soon, so I have obviously a big job packing everything, but you know, you gotta have some fun. It's pretty much mixed. The temperature in the studio is perfect. It's 25 degrees exactly. Perfect temperature for resin. So I have the new glitter here. I've got the Pink Panther. Here it is. I've got the Pink Glamour. There you can see it. Midnight Pink. Quite a pretty deep pink. Purple Garnet. Sorry, is that it? Yep. All these new ones. Sometimes I forget the names, even though I named them. Pixie Dust. Pretty little pink. And Pink Diamond. A very nice soft pink. So, and I'll be using the Suncatcher, the Magenta Blues, and the Warm Magenta just to give it the extra something. And I might even use some of this pearl glitter. It's quite a coarse glitter. Well, we'll see how we go. Okay, now let's start mixing. I will speed this bit up so you don't have to be bored with it all, but I will be mixing the pigments and the glitters with resin just to help everything. I might even add some gems. We'll see how we go. Okay, so as you can see here, I am adding some glitter into these cups with resin in them, and I figured that I've used too much of that glitter because it's so fine, it's ultra fine. You only need a little bit, but it depends on how transparent you want your piece to be. And this was actually quite thick. As you can see here, I'm just scooping with a teaspoon. It's about half a teaspoon went into that 1 ounce cup, and it was way too much. I mean, it looked great. It was quite dense, but you don't need to use that much at all. You can use half of that amount and get a really good result. So it was actually quite fun just working with glitter. I didn't end up using any other pigments, just the glitter, and they covered all of those CDs, rather DVDs, quite well, and it was just really good. It was fun to work with these colors and all the pinks, you know, that purple and the mauves and the lilac. They look really great together. And this here is the Suncatcher. It looks white here, but you will see the effect of it, and anybody who has used it before just loves it because it's so deceitful, kind of. You're looking at a white glitter powder, and when you pour it on your piece, you get these beautiful gold specks everywhere, so you can use it instead of a gold. It's quite lovely. So that's all I'm doing, mixing, and then I'm going to start pouring. You will see that I've zoomed in quite a bit for this part, and then didn't zoom out properly when I was editing the video, so part of it is zoomed in, so you won't see everything that I'm doing, but you'll catch up. And this glitter that I'm mixing now is called Midnight Pink. It's such a beautiful, beautiful deep pink. It's almost red. Just really, really lovely. I adore this one. I mean, when you start mixing it, they come to life. And look at that, it's gorgeous. Okay, now you can see me using that sun catcher pigment. It's just amazing. I'm using my finger to help it spread a little bit, and afterwards using the heat gun really helps it along. So that's all I'm doing now, is just spreading it around, trying to make it sort of random as possible. So a little bit here and there. It really adds to the piece, whatever you're doing. If you want a bit of gold, it's absolutely gorgeous. Very, very shimmery. It's part of Le'Rez Glitz and Glam line, and it's amazing. And a little bit goes a long way, which is what I love about them. Okay, and here I am adding some of the pearl coarse glitter. It's actually more chunky glitter. It's really pretty and shimmery, so I'm just placing a little bit on top of this wet resin, and they'll sit in there no problem at all. So I'm just adding a little bit of that to give it something extra. Once again, pretty random. Try not to do the same thing to all of them, just a little bit here and there, just so that you can see there's something there, you know. Okay, so here they are. Look how beautiful and shimmery they are. Okay, so now, oh well, look at that. That gold there, that's the sun catcher. Just disperse into these beautiful golden little specks. Gorgeous. So now step 2. Okay, so we are back now. This is the next day. I've already started cleaning the backs of these. And see how that's all stuck to the glass? This is glass underneath there. But all I do is, don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? Yes, you can. I'm just using a blade. I use it this way because it's easier. I've got more room. And the resin is still a little bit soft, so it cuts real easy. So I'll just do that to all of them. Just go around, clean it. Now, of course, it would have been better if I've lined the bottoms. That way, you know, I wouldn't have to do this now. But why didn't I line it? Oh, well, I think because I was lazy, I don't have time, and I just wanted to get on with it. There you go, you got 3 reasons. So, when I do all of that to all of them, what I'll do is I will glue these together like that. See, they sit beautifully. And then probably I'm going to hide this here with something. Not sure yet what. Maybe even glue some gems on there. But either way, I'll do something with them to make them look pretty. And then we'll go on to step 3. Okay, so I decided not to do what I said I was going to do. I didn't have enough of these circles, so I couldn't get it arranged properly. So what I decided to do is just to create like a wall piece, and these holes, I'll fix them up. I just want to pour some resin in there and maybe put some gems in it, or some glitter as well to make it look like a bit of a flower, I guess. So I'll just tape the backs of them. That way the resin doesn't leak too much. Oh, phone, stop buzzing. Okay, so each one of these is going to get something behind it to hold the resin in place, and then maybe I'll even try to build it up a little bit and make it rise up. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I've got them all taped in the back now, and all I'm doing now is going around with my stirring stick that's been used earlier. So just use whatever you can, whatever's handy. I just press in that and making sure that I've minimized the leakage. Although if it does leak, it does, but I don't think it should. I've taken every precaution, as you can see, pressing it in there. I've even double taped it. If it leaks, it doesn't matter because I'm going to cover the backs. I just don't want a mess, you know, just trying to save myself. And to be honest, taking those things off wasn't hard. It took all about 5 minutes. It was cleaning my board, which took about half an hour, because the resin is still a little bit soft. So it hasn't hardened like a rock. It's just a little bit soft because it's quite cold. Oh, it's not cold, but you know, it's cool in the studio, so it takes a little bit longer. And so it was really hard to take these things off because it's so soft. So I'm waiting for that to harden before I scrape it all off. Okay, so here we go. Getting it nice and the way I want it. I kind of picked the one I like the best in the center. And so we'll see if I can move this a little bit because I've got something bulging under here. Might have to get rid of that. That's okay, I'll do that. Okay, so we're back now. I've mixed some black, midnight black Le'Rez pigments with the resin. Got about an ounce in here, 30 milliliters exactly. So I just want to pour them in each one of these little holes and create a background. And then, you know, because I need something dark to work as a really nice background to emphasize what I pour in later. So I've got to be very careful now. I should actually use a pipette for this. Well, it doesn't take a lot, that's for sure. I'm using the pipettes. It's much easier because I don't want to drip anything. Okay, just got to be very careful. And that's what I'm going to do. Just going to go around pouring into these holes. Didn't even need that much. I've mixed too much resin, so I'm going to have to use it up now onto something else. But that's okay. I'm sure I'll find something. Even make a really cool skin, the black and gold maybe. And there we go. Keep going round and round and round. While I'm doing this, I just wanted to let you know, in case you didn't know, for any of you who like using Le'Rez pigments, I have a promotion going on now. It's actually not even a promotion, it's just a moving sale. So the discount is 25% off. You just use the code MOVE19 and it's going to be valid for at least a month. And then after that I will be closing shop for a few weeks while we move and set up again. Big job. So also with the 25% off, depending on how much you order, you'll be getting a free gift. So anybody who orders anything will get a free gift, but it depends on the value of your order as to the value of your free gift. So anywhere up to $100 in free gifts. All kinds of things. I've got coasters, I've got little containers for your mixed pastes and things like that. So got frames, picture frames, all MDF so you can paint on them. What else? We've got lots of glitter and pigments, lots of pigments. Some of them are labeled, some of them not labeled, but there's lots of goodies that you'll get. So keep an eye on that. I'm just popping the bubbles now. Ooh, a few of them coming up. Okay, so I'm just going to let that set now for a few hours, and then I'm going to try and build it up with some more glitter. So I might even have different colors in there just to complement the rest of it. So stay tuned. Okay, so I've decided to go in with some sun catcher. Just kind of, it's been a few hours and it's the resin is still tacky. So I'm just popping the sun catcher in there, and you can see that you might even see this the powder kind of flying around everywhere. You've got to be careful when you're using this stuff not to breathe it in. But I will mix it in a little bit better now. Put the lid on it because I don't want to knock it over, that's for sure. And then get my pointy stick and just stir it in there. Yeah, make sure it's still on. Yep. So I've got some moonstone crushed, some moonstone chips here. Just going to push them in. I should glove up, but I haven't at this stage. So that's all I'm doing, is just going to push them in there. Okay, so welcome back. My gems are nicely, my rainbow moonstone gems are nicely glued on. I'm just going to go around and see if any of them pop off. So they all seem to be well stuck. Oh, I've got some glitter coming out of this one. Okay, that's cool. Few of them coming off. Might secure that a little bit more with tiny little bit of resin, but all in all, oh, I missed a bit there. That's all right. Gives a bit of character. All in all, I like how they look. So, okay, so I cut out the part of the video where I actually showed you how I hot glue gunned the paddle pop sticks on the back of this. I just decided not to go with it, and it was just a waste of time. And it didn't help also that some of these were already covered, so some of them have got like 3 coats on them, so they're much thicker than the others. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's a really nice project. So what I'm going to do now is just find something to cover the back so it's nice and tidy, and pop some hangers on there. Nope, decided not to do it that way. I just don't like it. I don't know how I'm going to fix the back. Luckily, like I said, these things come off real easy. Thankfully, I didn't use the super glue or liquid nails or something. Thank Christ for that. Obviously, it's raining here, and it hasn't rained in a long time, and I can't function when it's raining because, anyway, I'm trying to find excuses. I just wasn't thinking, that's all. Okay, let's go. Take it all off. This video is definitely going to have to be sped up 15 times because it's taking way too long for something so simple. So all I have to do now is pop these open. Oh geez, that's really stuck, isn't it? Here we go. Oh, look at that beauty. You little ripper. It's coming off good. Awesome. Look at that. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to do something that's going to look cool and professional, and no more of this bloody sticky taping things. There we go. It's all coming off real easy. This one needs a bit of a push. I might have to ask it nicely. Alright, so I'm going to clean all this up and then show you what I'm going to do. And I can't believe that I missed to stop recording for some reason. Anyway, so I'm just gluing these using the porcelain glue. It's porcelain wood, all kinds of things. And just applying it nice and thick around the edges because that's where I want it to glue the most. And then once I'm done, I'll come back and show you what I do next. Okay, now that that's done, I'm just going to pop something real heavy on there to just hold it in place. Okay, all dried up. Only took a few minutes, doesn't take long, and I've already started cutting with my little knife here. So I just got to be super careful not to cut myself. So that's all I'm doing, just going around. I'm going to cut this out. I'm sure there's an easier way to do it, but this is the way I'm going to do it. There's still some glue there which is stopping it from cutting. But that's what I'm going to do, go around the edge first, then I'm going to deal with the middle. Okay? Okay, that bit's out. So as you can see, there's still those bits inside, and if I cut them out, then they'll all separate. So I've got to leave it in there for a little bit until I secure the back. But for now, the glue's still a little bit wet. I know that because I'm cutting, and it's kind of a little bit sticky. So I'm just going to let it dry completely before I do anything to the back. And for now, I'm just going to go around and tidy these edges a little bit. Okay, just real quickly, I just want to show you what I'm doing. I've got some spray paint. This is gold. It's a satin gold, and I found some really nice string. Just got to get some paper or something to pop underneath here, not to make a mess on my table, because I'm going to lay this string on it. And what I'm going to do is, it's just a nice, like a cotton type string. I'm just going to pull it through there and soak it in, because I want to use it as my edge around my little creation here. I was thinking of what to put on there, gems, or, you know, dress it up a little bit, but I decided to go with this string because I think it's going to look nice just having that golden kind of edge. And all I'm doing is I already measured it, so I always measure a little bit extra just in case, you know. And wow, that's cold. That spray paint. And I'm breathing it in. Ooh. Okay, so that's what I'm doing, just showing you a little bit so you don't miss out. Okay, so here's how it looks at this stage. So this is stage 1. Be tuned for another video. I just don't want to make this one too long for you, but here's an idea for you. And thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again.